this holiday season will keep South African business in the game. That's the word from Proudly South African. People who loosen their purse strings during the upcoming holiday season and buy local instead of imported products could help improve South Africa's economic outlook by making a dent in the 1.1 trillion rand per annum presently spent on imports. Well, for more on this, we speak to Happy Ngidi. She's the Chief Marketing Officer at Proudly South Africa. Thank you very much for joining us, Happy. Why is it so important for South Africans to support local businesses, not just at Christmas time, but right through the year through?
It's very important, Nompumelelo, for South Africans to support South African products and services, for the betterment of our economy as a country. And you're quite right. It's not only about supporting South African products and services, during the festive season that we are right in the middle of, or even back to school for that matter. It should be a lifestyle kind of approach. It should get to a point where, because, the buy local phenomenon is a tried and tested method worldwide. So therefore, every country, just like South Africa, has a responsibility to take care of its economy. So it should feel like, when you're a South African and you do not buy local at any given time, it should feel like you've done something wrong. Because if you don't do it, who should do it?
Yeah.
For us?
Do you think that the impact of the pandemic, the economic impact, has helped us to focus even more on this imperative that is to buy local?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you, the way that we look at it as Proudly South African and the reality is that the pandemic is really just a final nail in the coffin. We all know that before the pandemic, the economy of the country was already in trouble. That is no brainer. That's a no-brainer. It's not a secret. We know that. However, our message and our ethos and narrative as a buy local campaign becomes even more imperative now, because the reality is that during the hard lockdown, we did see that locally produced and locally manufactured products are the very products that carried us as South Africans in the absence of exports. We were okay, for a good 6 months, 7 months or so, where we had access to food. Our farmers were at work, our frontline workers were at work, and so local products carried us as a nation. So it just proves to you that we've got good quality products here at home that are, first of all, accessible in light of the closing of borders during the pandemic. And these products are not only are they accessible, but they're good quality products that are affordable as well. So the time couldn't have been more opportune for South Africans to be reminded about the importance of buying local.
Yeah, but it's also about a mindset, isn't it? Because, many of us, like foreign clothes, designer clothes, and we don't recognize that we have designers here in South Africa or on the African continent. So the mindset also needs to change. And of course, mindset doesn't take a day to change.
And yes, that's exactly what it is. The reality is that it is a mindset issue that play. Generally, South Africans, we believe that a product that is made locally is inferior to a product that has been brought in at home. And our message is very simple: is that if your purchasing decision as a South African is more on a product that has been brought into the country, the reality is, you are creating a job and a demand from where that product is coming from. What happens then to the products that are on our shelves in South Africa that are stuck on shelves that South Africans are not buying because we believe that those products are not good enough because of the mindset issue. So it should be a lifestyle issue, and that's where Proudly South African comes in from a consumer education perspective. That it's not even about just, for those of us who can afford it, given the fact that, we're mindful of the fact that the pandemic has really dealt us a blow. Many people don't have, it's not going to be a normal festive season, but for those of us who can still buy, whether now or back to school or even going forward, it should be a lifestyle kind of approach where, at the back of your mind, we must always know and remember that we all know somebody who's looking for a job, who's been looking for a job for the longest of times. And if we don't, make a difference and do the right thing as South Africans, and in response to the President's economy recovery plan, it's not going to be done just by government. It takes all parties involved. It takes private sector, the public sector, community, government, everybody, for us to play our part and make a difference that we want to see as a people.
Indeed. Happy we're going to leave it there, and hopefully South Africans are listening to that message. Happy Ngidi, she's Chief Marketing Officer at Proudly South Africa. ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has